Jamie here from Little Bear Services. Today I wanted to talk to you about introducing solids to your breastfed baby. A lot of people have questions about when is the right time to introduce solids, how do I know my baby's ready, and what are the first foods I should start with. So let's get started. When should I introduce solids? There's a few things that we look at for when we should consider introducing solids. So, a long time ago, our grandparents might have introduced solids to our babies around 3 months, maybe even sooner. But today we know that that's really not the best way to get their gut health off to the best start. So, what we recommend now is that babies are exclusively breast or formula fed until about 6 months old. The middle of the first year is when we want to go ahead and start introducing some complementary foods. But how do we know that our baby is for sure ready? So, at 6 months, we want to start looking for the signs of a baby is able to sit up on their own. So, they have head control and they can sit unsupported. We want to see that they've lost the tongue thrust reflex, which means that they stop pushing things out with their tongue. When you feed a baby with a spoon and you put it up to their mouth and they do that with the food, that means they still have the tongue thrust reflex, and it's a sign they might not quite be ready for solids yet. That reflex is a protective mechanism to prevent them from choking, and if that hasn't kind of gone away naturally on its own, then they're really not ready to start food yet. Another sign is that they're able to take food and put it in their mouths themselves. So a lot of babies will be doing this as an early sign, and a lot of people think that means it's a sign they're ready for food. They're definitely interested, but we want to make sure all the other factors line up to make sure that we're keeping our babies safe. So there's one more thing that we want to talk about with introducing foods. What foods? So there's a lot of debate and conversation about what's the best food to feed my baby, and how do I feed it? Should I do purees or do I do table foods? I'm a big proponent of baby-led weaning. So that means I highly recommend giving your baby something like steamed carrots or baked sweet potato sticks as their first foods. Maybe egg yolks, broken up egg yolks as their first foods. These foods are really easy and nutritious for babies. They can pick them up with their hands and they can put them in their mouths, and they're very safe because they're soft and they can mash them between their tongue and the roof of their mouth. Check out some of my new videos on baby-led weaning, and you can learn more about introducing your baby to solid foods.